Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ndubisi here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to structure your Facebook ads campaigns. Now, most of you know how to run Facebook ads campaigns because I've done tutorials on how to do it, which are available on the channel. Just feel free to browse through the videos on the channel. But a problem that I see most people have is when it comes to structuring their campaigns, knowing how many ads to create, knowing how many ad sets to create, stuff like that. And that's why I decided to make this video, so I can show you some of the structures that you can use when setting up your Facebook ads campaign. Now, these structures are not definite, meaning that there are more types of structures out there, but I'm going to cover some of the common ones that I use and that you can start using in order to be able to get better results with your ads. So if this is something that interests you, do make sure to like the video right now. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified once I make a new video on the channel. So let's get right into this video. Now, you guys know that the base structure of ads or Facebook ads is basically the campaign, the ad set, and the ad. Essentially, this is everything pretty much how the base structure of an ad is, right? The campaign is where you select the objective for your ad. The ad set is where you select the audience, the gender, the age, and the placement and the budget for your ad. While the ad section is where you choose the creative, that's the type of content you're using for the ad, whether it's an image, whether it's a video, whether it's a carousel. And it's also where you select the URL, that's the website that you want to drive traffic to, and also the page that you want to drive traffic to. So this is the base structure of what your normal Facebook ads look like. But the thing with using this base structure is that it doesn't allow a lot of flexibility. If you want to run an advert and this is the only kind of structure that you are using, it doesn't allow you a lot of flexibility because you are not able to try out new things, you are not able to test essentially, and that leaves you stuck. So that is why having different structures for running your ads is very, very important. Now, one thing I'm going to say is that if you want to get the best use case or the best results from setting up ads, I even covered this in my main ads program, link in the description. But you have to understand that you need to start backwards with your strategy, and that means that you need to have a multi-ad strategy, you need to have a multi-ad set strategy, and then have a multi-campaign strategy. What does this simply mean? It simply means that when creating content for your ads, you need to have more than one. Okay, you need to have more than one created. So if you're running an ad, you don't just want to use just one ad alone all throughout the entire duration of your campaign. Essentially, a time will come when you have to start testing out different structures, different variations of things to do in order to get better results. Why do you need to do this? Let's say, for example, you're running an ad for over a month, and then you notice that after a particular period of time, right, your sales begin to reduce, your impressions begin to reduce, your reach begins to reduce, your number of clicks begin to reduce. And sometimes it's not because the advert is not working or because the advert is not spending money. You can see that money is being spent, but it's because that particular ad has reached a saturation point, right? In ad language, we call it ad fatigue, right? When people have seen one particular ad so much that it doesn't register in their head. So that's why you need to have these strategies in place. All right, so how to structure your campaigns? The first thing to start is by testing the ad. Okay, you want to use multiple creatives. If you're using just an image, just one single image, you want to start off testing out multiple images. If you are using just a video, you want to start off testing multiple videos, because the truth of the matter is that there's always multiple angles at which you can come at your ad from, right? There's always multiple ways that you can talk about either the product or the service or the offer that you have to sell, and that's why you need some level of creativity. That's why it's called a creative. You need some level of creativity in order to test your ad. So you need to create multiple creatives, use multiple images, use multiple videos when structuring your campaign. The next is to create multiple ad sets to test your audiences and your placements. So after creating different ads, that's different creatives, the next thing is to create multiple ad sets, and this multiple ad sets will allow you to test different audiences and different placements. Why this is important is because when it comes to audiences, there are different buckets of people, right, that will react to your ad in different ways. You could have one audience that is just like your custom audience, so people that have engaged with you either on Facebook, Instagram, visited your website, filled in your lead form, watched your video, that kind of stuff. Those are your custom audiences. You could have lookalike audiences, so people that are related to those who are already in your custom audience. That's a different type of audience. And then you can have an audience using just normal targeting, maybe targeting your competitors or targeting other business owners, stuff like that. So those are all different types of audiences, and they will react to your adverts in different ways. That is why you need to have multiple ad sets. Again, when it comes to placement, or also when it comes to placement, you're going to notice that whenever you run an ad and you have all the placements turned on, let's say you have Facebook, Instagram, everything in one ad set, what happens is that Facebook automatically gives priority to Facebook itself, right? You'll notice it if you've run ads before, and if you run ads, you can confirm this in the comment section. You notice that Facebook will give more emphasis to Facebook itself, right? They will give more placement, more eyeballs to Facebook than even Instagram and other platforms if you're using the audience network. So that is why you need to test out or create multiple ad sets to test your audiences and placement. So let's look at different scenarios for how this would work. The first scenario is where you create one campaign, and then you have two ad sets, and then you have one ad. The reason why you have two ad sets in this first instance is because you want to test Facebook and Instagram separately. Like I said, if you're running an ad and you select Facebook and Instagram in the same ad set, Facebook is going to show some kind of favoritism, right, towards Facebook, if you get what I mean, right? Facebook ads is going to show some kind of bias towards Facebook. They will promote more of the posts on Facebook than even on Instagram. And so the first scenario is going to warrant that you create two different ad sets, one focusing on Facebook and one focusing on Instagram. And then the reason why you have one ad here is just to see how that particular ad performs on these two platforms, as these two placements. The second scenario is where you have one campaign, you have 5 ad sets, and 5 ad sets based on the initial strategy which I said, which is testing out both Facebook and Instagram. That's why I have 2 in the bracket there. So you have 5 ad sets for Facebook, you have 5 ad sets for Instagram, and then you still have one ad. So the benefit of having a scenario like this is that you are able to now test out other types of interest. You're able to test out other types of audiences while still maintaining your initial structure of having Facebook and Instagram running separately. When you run your advert like this, you are going to have a lot more feedback than if you just did just 2 ad sets only and that had just Facebook and Instagram. If this sounds confusing to you, not to worry. If you have my ads program already, this is not going to sound confusing because I actually show you how to set all this up inside the ads manager. So be sure to check out that link in the description, and also join the Telegram community as well if you haven't already. And then we have one ad. So why do we have one ad, right? We have 5 ad sets now, 10 ad sets actually, that's Facebook and Instagram. But then why do we still have one ad? Well, if you're using one ad at this point, you are able to drive a lot of social proof to one advert. Now, we all know that social proof is very important when it comes to running adverts, and that if people see an advert that has a lot of social proof, it's going to help them make a better buying decision. So that's the reason why you use one ad in this particular scenario. And then scenario number 3 is where you have one campaign, you still maintain the same ad set structure from the initial scenario, but now you have 5 different ads. So now you are testing out multiple creatives, you are testing out multiple audiences, and you're also testing out multiple placements. So this is the scenario that I would recommend that you all get to, because at this particular scenario you are able to test a lot of things. You're able to see more results coming in from different angles rather than just focusing all your efforts on, you know, let's say just one ad set or using one ad. And you'll notice interestingly that if you are able to get up to this scenario, your adverts are going to be giving you better results, and then you are still going to be getting, you know, cheaper clicks because the cost is now spread across more ad sets, it's spread across more people, and it's spread across more creatives, right? So that is essentially how you go about structuring your Facebook ads campaign. Like I said, it's very, very important to understand why this is done, because if you understand why this is done, it will help you when creating your campaigns, and even when your campaigns stop working, you'll be able to know what to do in order to make them start working again. So guys, if you enjoy content like this and you really want to keep seeing more content like this, do make sure first of all that you have joined the Telegram community. The link is going to be in the description. Join the Telegram community so you can get more info like this, more insider knowledge on how to run ads. And if you want a step-by-step approach on how to set up campaigns like this, have all that inside the complete ads program, which you can also get using the link in the description. So thank you once again for watching up till the end. If you enjoyed the video, do make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and hit the bell icon so that you get notified once I make a new video on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.